This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on the South Today, cattle rustling is becoming a headache for southern farmers who want to see a stop to theft of their stock. North Canterbury farmers recovering from the November 2016 quake are getting the opportunity to prepare for the next big crisis. And an exhibition with a difference is being prepared at the Otago Museum in anticipation of its 150-year anniversary. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. Cattle rustling is becoming a headache for southern farmers who want to see a stop to thefts of their stock. A West Otago farmer is speaking out after he recently discovered the theft of 65 dairy cows from his property.
At risk of being whisked away by cattle rustlers in the night, many dairy cows around Otago and Southland are vulnerable to thieves who are at times stealing a truckload in one go. Ivan Ralston of Kelso has just lost 130 grand's worth of in-calf dairy cows and says it's a frustrating problem.
It's one thing in farming that we sort of take for granted, and it's these sort of things that really get your back up a bit on it.
He says only two things could have happened to the missing cows.
I think they've either gone to somebody's herd, not too far, within probably a couple of hours walk, either that or they've gone to somebody's place and then been trucked out of the district.
And Ralston is appealing for people to keep an eye out for unusual activity in rural areas.
Well, just herds walking along the roads and that, just checking to see whose they are and things like that, because it could have actually happened in broad daylight and we're not didn't realise that it was somebody was actually stealing your cows.
Tapanui police say due to modern stock recording techniques, anybody attempting to sell the cows will face considerable challenges. And they're asking anyone who's seen or knows of something out of the ordinary to get in touch. In Gore for the South Today.
Police say a gang originating in South Auckland in the early 1970s is attempting to gain a foothold in Oamaru. It's believed several patch members of the Barbarian Stormtrooper Aotearoa gang have relocated to Oamaru from Christchurch in an effort to establish a presence south of the Waitaki River. Sergeant Tony Woodbridge says members of the gang first appeared in Oamaru several weeks ago. He said there's no indication as to why the gang has decided to establish itself in the town. He says there's no evidence the gang is involved in any criminal activity, such as the distribution and sale of illegal drugs. North Canterbury farmers recovering from the November 2016 quake are getting the opportunity to prepare for the next big crisis. The Post-Quake Farming Group is hosting a series of workshops in the area looking at increasing farmers' abilities to survive a crisis and thrive in a world of uncertainty.
Farming in North Canterbury hasn't been a walk in the park for many farmers in recent years. They've had to face major windstorms, 3 years of drought, the November 16 earthquake and the latest dramas around Mbovis. But resilience consultant Dr. Joanne Stevenson believes preparation is the key as she leads a series of workshops aimed at preparing farmers to survive the next big event.
For farmers, we really emphasize, for anybody, any business, if you want to make a change, take small bites and do something right now. So in the next 24 hours, what can you do to improve your business and move yourself to that resilient future that you want? What can you do 7 days from now? What can you do a month from now? And really start moving in that direction step by step so that when the next crisis hits, you have all the systems and skills in place to deal with it.
She believes it's now time for farmers to start preparing and planning to increase their ability to survive a crisis.
Really what we focus on is building the skills into your business right now so you could deal with anything that's coming at you in the future. And that can be anything from becoming more change ready by planning for your organization, stress testing those plans, forming the relationships that you need to deal with any kind of crisis coming down coming down the road, working with your staff, building good relationships, making sure that you have redundancies in place across your organization, making sure people know your passwords in case you get hit in the head with a coconut and forget all of that relevant information, and really just working right now before the next crisis hits to be in a better position to deal with it.
She says organisations are the heart of communities in a crisis and hopes the post-quake farming group workshops will show farmers now is the right time to look to the future.
Yeah, so today, even though we were dealing with farmers who've been, a lot of whom had been really impacted by the earthquakes in different ways, they were focused on the future and really thinking about what might be happening a year from now.
From the workshops, the farmers developed strategies to help them work through a crisis and turn it into an opportunity. In Huranui for the South Today.
A young woman has sustained moderate injuries after being knocked off her bike in North Dunedin this morning. Police say the cyclist received the injuries after a collision with a car at the intersection of George and St David Street shortly after 8 a.m. One lane was blocked for a short time, but the road was clear half an hour later. St John's spokesman Jared Campbell says the 20-year-old rider was transported to Dunedin Hospital. An exhibition with a difference is being prepared at the Otago Museum in anticipation of its 150-year anniversary. More than 500 items have been chosen for the display, which will span the humanities, natural science and Tāka Māori collections.
Some of the historic exhibits being prepared for display at Otago Museum. These items all fall in the Est category, such as being amongst the biggest, smallest or rarest.
They've kind of broken the objects into categories, so they'll all be in different categories. They're all Est words, so this kete will be going in fanciest, as will this kete down here. This woodpecker will be in the sexiest category. These coins, gold coins, will be in the rarest.
The exhibition celebrates 150 years of the museum's existence in Otago, and while some of the exhibits will need considerable conservation work before they go on display, the ones here are just about ready for public viewing.
Some of them need a lot more work than others, so these ones on the table have actually needed pretty minimal work. They've all been down in the storerooms for a while, so we pretty much just gave them the dust. The natural science objects, we give them just a little bit of a preen and straighten up all their feathers and fur.
The display, entitled Established 1868 or Est 68, will run from the end of August until early next year. In Dunedin for the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today, nurses vote to accept the 5th pay offer from district health boards, and the red planet Mars is closer than it's ever been for 50 years and is the subject of an art exhibition.
Oakley's Bathroom Solutions is locally owned and operated and is a name that has become synonymous with bathroom excellence. Exclusive to Oakley South Island, Danish design Vola, the modern day tap, remains a desirable choice. For over 140 years, the team at Oakley's has provided the highest quality bathroom products and plumbing supplies. For intelligent advice and smart service, come talk to the team or visit oakleysplumbing.co.nz.
They've been moving earth for nearly 30 years. Locally owned and operated, Hall Brothers Transport is your one-stop shop when it comes to demolition, site clearance, recycling buildings, chipping trees, earthworks, drainage and roading. Nothing goes to waste. Hall Brothers Transport can get the whole job done from start to finish, no matter how big or small. Give them a call on 4771 141 or drop into 26 Creswell Street behind the railway station. That's Hall Brothers Transport Limited.
Roslyn Mowers and Heating are your local Massport heating agents and offer you a competitive quote on complete Massport fire installation. Come and see the Massport Cromwell Ultra Low Emission Burner in action. See you in store soon. Too late to sow seeds? Don't despair, the solution is at hand. Call Ready Lawn today for your year-round lawn needs. Call now on 03 486 1819.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Hi, it's me again. It's that time of year. It's our season, winter clearance. It's our greatest ever. 50% off all these, jackets and vests, knitwear, dress and casual trousers, warm shirts and business shirts, suits and sports jackets. 50% off. 3 stores, greatest ever winter season clearance. Alex Campbell Menswear.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
So, all 3 stores, 50% off. It's our greatest ever winter clearance.
Being a big softie takes training. I've gone to great lengths to become even softer, while still being strong and reliable. The new me is bigger and softer than ever.
Cotton Softs. Softness and strength you can trust.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Stay warm this winter with Alistair McCann's Wooden Coal door-to-door delivery. You don't have to lift a finger. Call Alistair to order today on 454 3592.
Motor Trade Finance proudly brings you Rural Delivery. A look at the places and faces behind New Zealand agriculture. Tuesday evenings 8:30, repeating Saturday morning at 8 and Sunday afternoons 4:30.
Welcome back. Nurses have accepted the latest pay offer from district health boards. NZNO spokeswoman Leslie Harris says the offer was passed by a significant majority of members. She says it's a significant step for nursing and midwifery in Aotearoa. The news follows a nationwide strike and protest last month. The pay offer accepted by nurses was the 5th they've received, with the union recommending members accept the offer. Nurses have stood firm in opposition to DHB offers because of concerns over staffing levels and pay rates. The latest offer brings forward the introduction of a new top pay rate and will also introduce new monitoring and reporting mechanisms. The red planet Mars is closer than it's ever been for 50 years and is the subject of an exhibition hosted at the Oxford Area School. The school's astronomy group are opening up the world of space exploration to young minds in the district with a multimedia display about the planet and the search for life on it.
As Mars approaches its closest point to Earth in half a century, the Oxford Area Schools Observatory Committee planned a Mars-themed exhibition designed to attract curious young minds to the future of space exploration.
This is now the next opposition of Mars. It's since 15 years the closest approach. This exhibition I put together tells the story about Mars, or many different aspects. It starts with explaining what the opposition is about.
Space missions may be very much the future for this young audience, and the committee hopes to reach out and enthuse them with what future space exploration may offer.
I keep saying to the young generation that in their lifetime we are going to make those major discoveries. Yep. And I'm also saying that they can be part of it if they want to.
On show were high-quality displays of Mars and Mars missions, digital presentations, and a quiz set to the soundtrack of music from the War of the Worlds musical. As to the question of life on Mars, Vermaat was very unwilling to commit.
I'm very reluctant. There might have been life in the distant past. That is the best option.
Plans are in place for a NASA staff member to come to the school later this term to talk about the future Mars expeditions. In Oxford, the South Today.
Parts of Mosgiel are without power this afternoon as Aurora tries to repair a fault. An Aurora spokesman was unable to provide any information about when the fault will be repaired or what the cause is, but confirmed a response crew is in attendance. Traffic lights at the intersections of Gordon Street, Gladstone Road and Burns Street were affected by the outage but are now running again. An employee at the Motel Hotel Tyree in Gordon Road says the power had been out for about 2 hours but came back on just after 3 p.m. After the break on the South Today, primary and intermediate school students battle it out in the Airiki Cup cross-country running event, and a star of the Southland Sharks basketball team talks about his decision to make Southland home.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Oakley's Bathroom Solutions is locally owned and operated and is a name that has become synonymous with bathroom excellence. Exclusive to Oakley South Island, Danish design Vola, the modern day tap, remains a desirable choice. For over 140 years, the team at Oakley's has provided the highest quality bathroom products and plumbing supplies. For intelligent advice and smart service, come talk to the team or visit oakleysplumbing.co.nz.
Hi, it's me again. It's that time of year. It's our season, winter clearance. It's our greatest ever. 50% off all these: jackets and vests, knitwear, dress and casual trousers, warm shirts and business shirts, suits and sports jackets. 50% off. 3 stores, greatest ever winter season clearance. Alex Campbell Menswear.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
So, all 3 stores, 50% off. It's our greatest ever winter clearance.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Roslyn Mowers and Heating are your local Massport heating agents and offer you a competitive quote on complete Massport fire installation. Come and see the Massport Cromwell Ultra Low Emission Burner in action. See you in store soon.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life. Stay warm this winter with Alistair McCann's Wood and Coal door-to-door delivery. You don't have to lift a finger. Call Alistair to order today on 454-3592.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
They've been moving earth for nearly 30 years. Locally owned and operated, Hall Brothers Transport is your one-stop shop when it comes to demolition, site clearance, recycling buildings, chipping trees, earthworks, drainage and roading. Nothing goes to waste. Hall Brothers Transport can get the whole job done from start to finish, no matter how big or small. Give them a call on 4771 141 or drop into 26 Creswell Street behind the railway station. That's Hall Brothers Transport Limited.
Thanks for staying with us. Pop star Pink has been forced to postpone shows in Australia due to illness, but organisers say the Dunedin show in September is still on schedule. The American singer has been admitted to hospital, forcing her to postpone another Sydney show just hours before she was scheduled to appear on stage. Her Beautiful Trauma World Tour was due to hit Sydney on Friday, but she cancelled the first show on doctor's orders. The singer battled through a Saturday night show, but postponed last night's concert just hours before it was due to start. Pink is also set to perform at Forsyth Bar Stadium on September the 1st, followed by 4 Auckland shows. Dunedin Venues marketing manager Kim Barnes says the New Zealand shows are still scheduled and they wish Pink a speedy recovery. Primary and intermediate school students battled it out in the Airiki Cup cross-country running event in Dunedin today. About 200 runners from 14 schools took part in the event at Kettle Park. Portobello running champ Lila Rhodes passed the finish line as the winner of the Year 5 and 6 girls race. The fine weather and firm ground made for excellent running conditions as the pupils did successive laps of the track. The primary students ran 2 laps while the intermediate pupils completed 3. The annual event is organised by the Airiki Athletic and Harrier Club. One of the stars of the Southland Sharks basketball team is pleased to be calling the South home after moving down this year. Lyden Aoki made the move from Auckland to the Deep South this season, and the decision seems to be paying off.
It's a long way from South Auckland to South Otago, but Southern life is nothing but net for Lyndon Owake, who's adjusting to life on court with the Southern Sharks. He says he feels blessed following the team's win at the weekend.
I feel like I'm real fortunate, and because I had so much support behind me, I'm like happy for everyone else as well, and especially like my teammates and stuff, because we went through this together.
The Southern Sharks beat the Wellington Saints, notching up Southland's 3rd NBL title since entering the league in 2010.
It's all over! The Sharks take out the Sal's 2018 NBL title!
Owake says the last few seconds of the match were pivotal and frustrating as he was on the bench.
Well, it actually went down right to the wire, and we were up by 2, and they had a really good shooter on their team, and he ended up getting a wide open look with like 6 seconds to go or something, and it went up, and literally everyone started holding their breath, wondering if it was going to go, and it bounced out, and then the ball went flying, and everyone was like fighting for it, and then it hit. Sean Bruce caught it, one of their guys, and then he ended up putting it up, and I was watching the clock the whole time because I was just dying on the bench, and then when it missed and it bounced out, and I knew that it was going to hit 0 and they wouldn't be able to get another shot up, that's when I knew that we won it. And man, just went crazy, like the whole bench just ran on the court. It's pretty much what you see on TV. It's that exciting.
However, it's not all just shooting hoops. The now Southern athlete is also a family man, which he says means juggling his time.
So it would have been pretty taxing on my family, me being away, my partner looking after our son, by herself when I'm not there. And yeah, even just financially. Also with work supported me a lot, and I'm very thankful for Danone's support in that.
The Sharks held on for the nail-biting finish to win 98-96. In Balclutha, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Cattle rustling is becoming a headache for southern farmers who want to see a stop to thefts of their stock following a theft of more than 60 cattle. North Canterbury farmers recovering from the November 2016 quake are getting the opportunity to prepare for the next big crisis with a series of workshops. And an exhibition of more than 500 items is being prepared at the Otago Museum in anticipation of its 150-year anniversary. And now look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Craig Page.
Good evening. Yeah, we've got a nice story about North East Valley School, which has been battling for years with roll problems, a declining roll. Got to the stage in 2011 where it just had 107 pupils, but things seem to have turned around in recent years. They've now got 270 pupils, that's a 150% increase, and they're now looking at putting an enrolment zone in place. They've been getting the equivalent of a classroom per year for the last 3 to 4 years, which the principals are naturally pretty excited about. And they think it's on the back of reports that residents are now buying up student flats down there. We had that story, I think it was late last week, talking about the pressures on housing in Dunedin and the fact that people were moving back into that area. So it's all good news for them and they're pretty excited about it. But have to cap themselves at 300 though, unfortunately, because they just haven't got the room for any more. On our fresh food pages, we've got our regular columnist Annabelle Langbine, looking at cooking with grains, lentils and chickpeas, so a bit of comfort food as we get into the final month of winter. And on the sporting front, a big netball match in Invercargill tomorrow night. We've got the Steel playing the Tactics in the elimination final. The winner of that goes through to the grand final against the Pulse in Palmerston North on Sunday. It's going to be a close match. I think they've played each other 3 times this year. Just 3 goals in each match, with the Steel coming out on top twice. So the stadium's been renamed the Wendy Frew Stadium in honour of the Steel's captain. So fingers crossed it's going to work.
Wonderful. Good luck to the Southern Steel tomorrow, and you can catch all of that in tomorrow's ODT. And now it's time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Starting with today's southern view taking a blossom in central Dunedin. Looking at the situation, airflow will remain westerly for the rest of this week, with cold fronts brushing the south coast, but mostly settled weather elsewhere. Beginning on the northwest of the island, Greymouth and Westport can expect cloudy periods with a few showers, northeasterlies and a high of 13. Across to the northeast, Nelson and Blenheim will be cloudy in the morning with some drizzle, and northerlies bring a high of 12. Moving down towards Canterbury, Kaikoura can expect cloud and showers, northeasterlies and a high of 14. Christchurch and Ashburton can both expect low cloud and showers with highs of 13 and 17. Heading to the south, Balclutha and Catlins can expect moderate northerlies with cloud and highs of 11, while Gore and Lumsden can also expect fresh northwesterlies and a high of 10. Across to central Otago, Alexandra, Queenstown, Wanaka and Te Anau can all expect fresh northwesterlies with some cloud throughout the day with highs of 10 to 11. And up to northern Otago, along the coast, Oamaru and Timaru can expect moderate northeasterlies, some high cloud with highs of 12 and 13, while up in the Mackenzie country, Amaramantuaiza will also see freshening northwesterlies with cloud increasing and a high of 11. Moving to Dunedin, expect low cloud tonight with northeasterlies, a high of 8, and tomorrow expect a high of 12 and 6, and Thursday you are looking at a high of 11 and 7. And in Invercargill, it's going to be cloudy with an overnight low of 7. Tomorrow expect a high of 12 and 7, and Thursday expect a high of 11 and 7. And that's our news for this Tuesday. For the latest news from the southern region, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube and at channel39.co.nz. Have a great evening, take care, ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.